Wow, it looks like it's Scat Pack Day. And what are we doing today, right? You're thinking, well, why are you posting a video today? As I drive the daughter's favorite Gold Rush vehicle, follow me along and I'll show you. Well, being I sold my motorcycle trailer, now it's a little more challenging to get up and down the road with all the little toys. So, what do you suspect that means today, right? All right, I haven't driven the Scat Pack now in I don't know how long. She's got 925 miles on her, so you know the kid's driving her right. And it's pretty incredible how my daughter has become the total Mopar head. I mean, she's just so about the Dodge product, and how I've gone to the more Ford side. You know, who would have guessed that? You know, now I'm down to one Mopar product. No Jeeps, no Rams, goose egg. You know, talk about a change of times. You know, I mean, look at my hat. You can't see it, or can you see it? It shows my GT350 logo, right? So who would have guessed a few years ago I'd be bragging about the Ford products? And here's my, I don't even know gear. I think I'm in fourth gear. I'm trying to shift. You know, I'm used to my Mustangs. I haven't driven this thing in a while. So let's see how we do on that. So who would imagine now I'd be, you know, the Ford maniac guy. Now my daughter just loves this Scat Pack, which, I mean, she's point blank told me if I get rid of the Mustang Bullet, she's, you know, she's fine with that. And just not too long ago, she'd have been like, Dad, no way you're getting rid of the Bullet. So the times have changed. So right along with me as I go pick up a new toy. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna actually meet my daughter at a location. She's gonna follow me in the big truck so I can pick up my toy, being I don't have a trailer anymore to haul around my toys. And I got the big car hauler, but I ain't doing that. You know, plus at him car haulers pull all my other stuff. I'd have to take it all apart. That's my second garage. Take that all apart just to get it so I can even run up the road to pick up one thing. And just to pick up that one thing, it'd be like, yeah, that was a waste of fuel. So my thoughts are, I'm going to surprise the kid in the Scat Pack. Because right now she's like, Dad, I'll drive the Tremor truck out there and I'll pick it up for you. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then when I show up in this, she's like, wait a second, Dad. Let me drive this, and you drive the Tremor truck out there. I'm like, okay, whatever makes you happy. So it's an exciting day because I'm getting a new toy, and you know, it really comes down to, was this planned? Nope, it was not planned by any means. But the danger is I walk into a dealership and uh-oh, what happens? Now, I always have an exit strategy, just so anybody kind of gets that, you know. So I get something, then I get rid of something. So that's kind of how I try to make it work these days, instead of just keep on adding, which for, you know, boy, oh boy, talk about a few years ago, you know, like the last 4 years, it was just about adding. Now those days are done. Now it's about getting rid of. And yeah, I may get something here and there, but then I'm going to get rid of something at the same time to kind of make it all balance. And it's cold up here. And November weather's on our doorstep. So that time of the year, it's beautiful. And the leaves are changing and falling off the trees. So follow along. You know, it's interesting. I'm on the Dodge forum, and you know, there's a lot of argument that goes on, and it's all good argument. It's not like, you know, we hate each other, but, you know, the conversations come up, 5.7 motor versus the 6.4 motor, and then the Hellcat versus the, you know, the 392, the 6.2 motor versus 6.4, which is 6.2 motors, the Hellcat motor. 6.4 is the 392 Scat Pack, you know, the SRT motor, whatever you want to call it, non-supercharged, and the 5.7. And I've had all of them. You know, I've had the 5.7 RT 2014 Plum Crazy Challenger. That was one of my first Challengers that I bought. since back in the 80s when I had the 70s models. And so, you know, it's interesting, you get these forums and, you know, it's all the power. And for me, since I've owned all three different cars and motors, I know the reality of what I'm talking about. So we'll call it the Mopar Garage Conversation Day. How about that for the moment? So right now in the forum is a gentleman that's kind of, you know, challenging, you know, me about how, you know, the 5.7 motor he feels is just as fast as this 392. And it's not. I mean, and even for me, I am blown away, and I mean blown away, that when I roll raced a 5.7, you know, like Charger to my 392 Charger, I was stumped that there was that much of a difference in power. You know, because I had the 5.7 Challenger, and that little thing scooted down the road. And what's interesting is it was actually a roll race between three of us. It was a WRX, my 392, and the 5.7, you know, motor. So the WRX guy kind of instigated all this, and just out of the blue, this 5.7 Charger guy just kind of decides to get in with the mix. So we all three line up, you know, doing about 20 miles an hour, and we nail it. And that WRX, you know, he kind of hangs with me. He's doing good, but I'm blown away on how the WRX just destroys the 5.7, you know, Charger RT. And then for me, you know, it's the same proportion because I'm ahead of that WRX, not by a lot, but a little bit. And I'm just like, no way. So we literally slow down after we do our run, and we do another one. And I mean, I'm really feeling for the guy in the 5.7 RT. I'm thinking, no way, man. So once again, we're doing about 20 miles an hour on an open, you know, road, nothing dangerous. And we all three blast off, and same thing, exact same thing. This guy's Charger is not even, I mean, it's not even close. And even the WRX guy just smoking him. So I'm like, wow, that is incredible. So, you know, I kind of felt for the guy. I was like, geez, that's just kind of really embarrassing. So now we can talk about, and here's the thing, and this individual is not buying it, because apparently this individual test drove a 392 wide body Scat Pack Challenger today, and his impression was it's not that much faster than my 5.7 Challenger. And I'm like, there's no way, you know. And even other members in the forum are like, man, did you actually drive that car? Because there's not, you know. So even others are like, yeah, you're delusional. But this guy just doesn't want to give up, and he thinks his 5.7 is this and that. And that's fine, you know. And he wants to actually mod it. And I said, yeah, that's a great idea. Mod it. Those are great motors to mod and get some good power out of them. So here's the next debate, which I've had arguments in the forum, is the 392 versus the Hellcat. You know, the 6.2 supercharged motor in the Hellcats. And here, once again, I've owned the Hellcats, and I've run the 392s. And I've been blown away on how the 392s hang with the Hellcats up to a certain speed. And, you know, once again, this is rolling along. This isn't from a dead stop. So if you are going down the road and you're doing 40 miles an hour, and a 392 and a Hellcat are side by side, they get into it, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. That 392 hangs with that Hellcat. And, you know, you're really in the triple digit numbers before it becomes a big, you know, separation of vehicles. You know, up to about 80 miles an hour, that Scat Pack is right there with that Hellcat. And some be like, no way. Well, okay, I don't know. I've had the Hellcats. I've had 4 of them. I've run 392 guys, and I'm just telling you, this 392 motor, it gets down the road. It scoots. And so, you know, it turns a whole other conversation, you know, which it turns into this, the Hellcats guy like, oh, no way. Well, I'm telling you, this 392 motor package is a really great package. I mean, it's a really bang for the buck package. It's more than enough, unless you're tracking these cars. I mean, you know, sincerely. You know, I really have to be sincere with people about you know, the Scat Pack, 392, 5.7. I've owned all of them. And why would I take sides, you know, for one over the other if I've owned all of them? I mean, this isn't like I have to prove anything, right? I mean, this is not about me saying, well, you know, my budget's only, I got a 5.7 motor, so I'm going to argue about that. You know, this isn't, you know, I got a Hellcat and I'm the baddest ass guy in town and I'm going to argue about that. I mean, that isn't me. That is who I am. I've got options. So for me, I try to emphasize to people that these 392s are a great bang for the buck package. And unless you're tracking the car, I mean, I get it. If you're going to track the car, get the Hellcat. If you're sincerely going to be going to the strip, you know, if you're going for the strip, then yeah, no doubt, bang for the buck win is the Hellcat package. Yeah, you're not going to, there's no way you're going to be able to take a 392 and compete. You're going to have to rebuild the bottom end of the motor, heads. I mean, you know, just, you got to do so many mods to make this thing a potent vehicle. So no. So, but if you're not, the Scat Pack package is a great product, a great value, and a blast. I mean, the vehicle's a blast. I mean, I'm telling you. You know, here's a guy who just sold his wide body Hellcat Red Eye that I had for 2 years, and I got great money for it, and I decided to let it go. Now, sure, you know, do I kind of wish I still had it? Yeah, of course. But, you know, the pandemic changed my life, and, you know, it did a lot of hardships to me financially. So I had to start making decisions what I want and don't want. When you have a, you know, basically a $94,000 car that you can cash out of, and, you know, whatever, you know, that's a lot of money versus I can buy this Scat Pack for borderline, you know, close to half the price and still have, you know, for the most part, you know, a lot of fun. And on top of that, I feel confident letting my daughter drive this car versus the Red Eye. There's no way I would turn a Hellcat over to my daughter. There's no way. I think you're an idiot, you know. And the Red Eye doesn't even allow for manual transmission. And that was the driving force of this Gold Rush package. Was, you know, my daughter wanted a manual transmission. I've talked about it in other videos. Wasn't for the fact my daughter really was fixated on manual transmission Challenger, I wouldn't even own this. I wouldn't even have it because I just am down to one Mopar product. And that, and now you're going, I'm not lying to you, this is going now back to like 1996, 95, when I was, you know, when I kind of started buying the Ram product. And so for the Mopar end, this is the smallest amount of inventory of me having a product since 1995. You know, it's pretty crazy. Now it's all Ford stuff, which I just really like. So follow me along as I show you what I'm going to do. Yep, guess where I am. It's called the Honda Powerhouse. Tim Brook Honda. Uh-oh. Yikes. What is this right here? Oh no. It looks like they got something waiting for me. How about that idea, huh? Yeah, I just sold them one of my four-wheelers to only buy one back. How crazy am I? Yep, I'm crazy. There's my Gold Wing. Yep, that I sold to them. Video here. We're gonna do the video here of the expert. So here is the, yeah, you're on the video. So right now, what year is this?
2022 Honda Foreman. Electric shift with power steering. You shift it with your thumb up here. What you get with the Foreman is a 520cc motor. You get the heavier piping on the grill. The real cool thing about this with the electric shift that only costs you an additional $300 is the reverse. You got a red trigger pull here, downshift, you're in reverse.
That's really nice.
It's no more kick, stomp, you're in reverse. Parking
right.
brakes here. The coolest thing is over here. You get a 520cc, you're in two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, four-wheel dip lock.
Damn.
Red Extreme right there.
My Rubicon Foreman I have, does that even have that? It just got the rear independent suspension.
If it's a Foreman and it's fairly new, yeah, you've got you've got that feature.
I haven't seen that little button though. Look at mine and get back in. So, all right. So the Foreman Rubicon is what I have is an upgrade to the independent rear suspension.
If this Foreman had a transfer case shift over here,
That's what mine has.
independent rear suspension, it would be a Rubicon. Everything else is identical.
Yeah.
And the third light up here on the front, that my joke there so you see what you're gonna hit at night. It's on the handlebars, so it's a steering headlight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you get your lights down here too.
You got the lights down
Right.
here, then the third light up there.
I should put a damn winch kit on it. I should have told you guys to do that. God dang it. But anyways, so now what's the color of this called?
This is just called tan.
Really?
Yep.
Nothing special.
Not that I'm familiar with.
So now, right now, the Rincon used to be the highest edition. Do they even still make the Rincon?
Yeah, they're hard dog to get. They are rare.
So how many cc is that one?
685.
Okay, so the only difference really is the biggest thing is the bigger motor and some other things, but it's more.
The Rincon is just a tameter. It's a beast. There's no pitch on it. It's not for working. It's just for running up and down the trail.
Okay, all right.
Rincon won the Baja 1000 2 years stopped.
Wow. Yeah. So, you know, what's incredible is I came out here yesterday and Steve wasn't here. And, you know, if you come out to Timbrook Honda, give Steve a jingle here. This was here. I was blown away that this wasn't a pre-sold unit. Because recently, if you watch my videos, you know that inventory in dealers is very hard. So I was amazed that this was even available. So yesterday, I just told him I was picking up my motorcycle, my CRF 250. Serviced. I just said put my name on it, and when Steve gets in tomorrow, I'll call him.
This is the first time in over a year that we've had ATVs on the floor, not with a deposit on. First time in over a year.
Do you have any other in there?
About 4. I sold 3 today, Gary.
Wow. So, but you got more. I'm trying to convey to people who watch my YouTube channel. They may luck out, come out here at Timbrook, and you just may have a unit.
We got 3 more in the back.
Wow. But not this color, or do you? Yeah.
This is good.
All righty, looky here. We got a badass Honda Foreman coming home. My daughter drove out and volunteered to haul it back for me since I don't have my motorcycle trailer. The only danger here is see here, you don't strap it. And the bing bam goodbye window. So we got to strap in, which I brought straps. Okay, so let's get that down. And right there in the trunk of the car. Okay. Is it open?
Obviously not.
There you go. See there? All right, heading back home. Got the kid and the F350 Tremor behind me. It's interesting. I don't really, you don't know your vehicle till you kind of drive down the road and look at it. And so, the LED lighting is really nice in that package. And unbeknownst to me, you buy some of these Ford trucks, and if you don't get the certain package, you're gonna have that analog, old, yellow-looking lights. So that digital really looks good there. Kid loves driving that truck. I really thought she'd be driving the Scat Pack back home, but she's not. So here I am after I guess 2 months ago, I sold one of my Honda four-wheelers. It's a really nice gentleman. And now here I'm back buying another one, right? So, what the heck is that all about? Yeah, I know. The danger is I go to a dealership and I see something and I'm like, oh man, that's so cool. I got to get one of those, which it is really cool. But, if you look at this vehicle, like the Honda Rancher that I just sold, the setup on that is so much better than this unit that I'm buying. So, I'm not the guy terrorizing the backwoods. I just use it on my property. So the way it's set up with a solid rear, axle, that's fine for me. But if you were doing, really back road, back mountain driving, then you really want that independent rear suspension, which that Honda Rancher had on that vehicle. That was a really, really nice setup. So, but you know, for me, it isn't about that. It's more about just the work side of it. Do I keep my other unit? I don't know. I'll think about that. I mean, I actually wanted to sell it, get good money for it, and I got it, and maybe part with it all. See how much I like this one, but at the same time, it's always been nice to have two ATVs. If the kid and I go anywhere and do anything, but that's a whole nother adventure, which I've had those as well, you know. So, the good news is, I lucked out and I picked up a really cool, they claim, if you watch my video, Steve, the salesman there, claims that color I got is pretty unique. Pretty rare. And, you know, the thing about the Honda product, I'm going to tell you, if you buy a Honda product, you're not going to get hit that hard on the product. You know, if you keep it factory, if you start modding it out, you know, doing a bunch of stuff to it, yeah, it's all proportional for the accessories and everything, but overall, you know, you'd be able to sell that Honda product on your own or trade it back in and get really good money, you will. And that's why I'm a Honda person. I've had the Kawasaki, Yamaha, Polaris, you know, I've had those other products, and you know, unfortunately, it's just the Honda product just is the more sought after product because it's well known that it just runs and runs and runs forever. Kind of like those Toyota 4Runner, Toyota products. Have a following of people because they know the product's well designed, well built, and if you buy it, it holds its value. So that's why I'm not really, you know, so you're like, oh, you bought another, you know, thing, blah, blah, yeah, but the thing is, it's going to hold its value. There's no doubt in my mind. Yeah, I'm not going to get what I paid for it, but am I going to take a, you know, 50% loss? No. Am I going to take a 20%? Yeah, probably, you know, but nothing radical. So I'm a Honda guy, can you tell? This is a really pretty time of year up here to ride around. It's a change of season, which a lot of people do. A lot of people, which I would definitely do it. If you're a person that's in an inner, you know, city or metropolis, you know, get out and take a country drive because it is just really beautiful weather and beautiful scenery, and it's pretty incredible. If you look at my pictures of me being out here just a few weeks ago, I talked about how the change of seasons here, and look how these trees are shedding the leaves, and that winter look is upon us, which it is. There's the kid with the truck and that nice four-wheeler. How about that, huh? Oh, wait, go. There you go. Gotta ride that. Shouldn't have an electronic shift. You have to put it in electronic shift mode. ESP. They just love to harass Willow Pillow. Hey, what's going on here? see what the kid has to say about her first. So this is actually electronic shift, where you have to manually shift it up and down. Isn't that interesting?
Dad, did you want to ride it?
I'm good right now, but that's interesting. So you have to manually shift it back and forth, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the difference in price. See, this machine. No, I'm just sharing with you. This machine is $1,500 less than my other machine.
It's really nice.
But I bet that suspension feels different. It doesn't have independent rear suspension.
Oh, yeah.
So I bet you feel that, don't you?
Oh,
How do you like it?
it's really cool.
Feel powerful?
Yeah.
Cool.
But it's freezing.
I know.